Have you ever imagined a garden where plants grow twice as fast and fish thrive, all in harmony? Picture yourself stepping into a world where the traditional boundaries of agriculture are redefined, a world where farming is no longer restricted to the soil, but embraces the vibrant ecosystem of water. This is the fascinating realm of aquaponics, a symbiotic relationship between fish and plants that holds the key to sustainable and efficient gardening. Welcome to the world of aquaponics, the future of sustainable gardening. At its core, aquaponics is the fusion of aquaculture and hydroponics into a single, self-sustaining ecosystem. It's an ingenious method that takes the best of both worlds and merges them into a harmonious relationship. But what does this really mean? Well, to break it down, aquaculture is the practice of raising aquatic animals like fish in tanks, while hydroponics is a method of growing plants without soil, using mineral nutrient solutions in water. Aquaponics combines these two in a symbiotic environment where the aquatic animals produce waste. Now, instead of this waste becoming harmful to the animals, it's actually broken down by bacteria into nitrates, which serve as nutrients to the plants. Yes, you heard that right. The fish waste acts as an organic food source for the plants, and the plants naturally filter the water, creating a perfect environment for the fish to thrive in. It's a cycle of life that benefits all the organisms involved. But this isn't just a fascinating biological process. It's also an innovative approach to sustainable farming and gardening. Aquaponic systems can be as small as an indoor aquarium or as large as a full-scale commercial farm, making it an adaptable solution for anyone interested in sustainable food production. So, in a nutshell, aquaponics is about creating a balanced ecosystem where fish and plants thrive together. It's a partnership where fish waste provides nutrients for plants and plants filter and clean the water for fish. Aquaponics is not just an innovative farming method, it's a game changer. Now let's dive deeper into the benefits of aquaponics and see why it's turning heads all over the globe. First and foremost, aquaponics is a champion of water conservation. In a world where fresh water is increasingly precious, this system stands out. Traditional farming methods can be incredibly water-intensive, but aquaponics uses up to 90% less water. How is this possible, you ask? It's simple. In an aquaponics system, water is continuously circulated between the fish tank and the plant beds, minimizing evaporation and waste. Next, let's talk about the quality of the produce. With aquaponics, you're growing organic. The fish waste provides all the nutrients the plants need, so there's no need for chemical fertilizers. This means you get to enjoy fresh, wholesome fruits and veggies right from your own backyard, minus the harmful pesticides and synthetic fertilizers. But the benefits don't stop there. Aquaponics also offers space efficiency. Because the plants are grown in water, they can be stacked vertically, allowing for higher plant density than traditional farming. This makes aquaponics a fantastic choice for urban farming or any setting where space is at a premium. And let's not forget the speed of growth. Aquaponic systems provide plants with exactly what they need, when they need it. This results in growth rates that are up to twice as fast as those in traditional soil-based gardens. So, you'll be harvesting your organic produce in no time. Lastly, aquaponics is a step towards self-sufficiency. With an aquaponic system, you're not just growing plants, you're also farming fish. This means you have a source of protein right in your backyard. It's like having your own personal, sustainable supermarket. In summary, aquaponics offers an environmentally friendly, efficient, and organic alternative to traditional farming. It's a method that's kind to the earth and generous to your plate. Aquaponics uses up to 90% less water than traditional gardening, grows plants faster, and requires no chemical fertilizers, making it a win for the environment and your plate. Starting your aquaponic garden might seem daunting, but with a few basic components, you'll be on your way to growing your own fish and plants in perfect harmony. Let's break it down into manageable steps. Firstly, you'll need a fish tank. This is where your fish will live and produce the waste that will eventually feed your plants. The size of your tank will depend on the number of fish you plan to keep and the space you have available. Remember, a larger tank will provide more stability for your system. Next, you'll need to set up your grow beds. These are essentially containers filled with a growing medium, where your plants will reside. Common mediums include expanded clay pebbles or gravel. The grow beds should be positioned above the fish tank, allowing gravity to aid in the circulation of water. Now let's talk about water circulation. This is where a water pump and pipes come into play. The water pump transports nutrient-rich water from the fish tank to the grow beds. The water then trickles down through the grow bed, feeding the plant roots along the way, before it's filtered and returned to the fish tank. Adding a bell siphon to your grow bed can help regulate the flow of water, ensuring that your plants aren't constantly submerged, which could lead to root rot. The bell siphon triggers a flood and drain cycle, providing your plants with periods of wet and dry conditions, mimicking the natural ebb and flow of tides. Lastly, you'll need to cycle your system before adding any fish or plants. This involves running the system with water only for a few weeks to establish beneficial bacteria that will help convert fish waste into plant food. And voila! Your first aquaponic system is set up and ready to start growing. Remember, the key to a successful aquaponic system is balance. Keep an eye on your fish and plants, monitor water quality regularly, and adjust as necessary. It may take some tweaking initially, but with a bit of patience, you'll soon have a thriving, self-sustaining ecosystem right in your own backyard. Not all fish and plants are suitable for aquaponics. This is a crucial fact to keep in mind when embarking on your aquaponics journey. The success of your system lies in the careful selection of its inhabitants, both flora and fauna. Let's start with the fish. Aquaponics isn't just about growing plants, it also involves cultivating aquatic life. While many types of fish can thrive in an aquaponic environment, certain species are more suited to it than others. Some popular choices include tilapia, trout, and koi. Tilapia is a hardy fish that's easy to raise and fast-growing, making it a favorite among beginners. Trout, on the other hand, are a great option if you're in a cooler climate. And koi, while not typically harvested for food, add a touch of beauty to your system and are excellent at producing the nutrients your plants need. When it comes to plants, leafy greens like lettuce, spinach, and kale do exceptionally well in aquaponic systems. They require fewer nutrients than fruiting plants and grow rapidly, providing you with a constant supply of fresh greens. Herbs such as basil, mint, and chives also thrive in these settings. If you're looking for a challenge, try your hand at fruiting plants like tomatoes, cucumbers, or even strawberries. Your climate, system size, and dietary preferences should guide your choices. If you're in a warmer region, opt for fish and plants that can handle higher temperatures. In contrast, those in cooler climates should choose species that can withstand lower temperatures. The size of your system also matters. Larger systems can support bigger, more nutrient-demanding plants and a greater number of fish. Smaller systems, however, might be better suited for herbs and smaller fish species. Your dietary preferences play a role too. If you're planning on harvesting your fish for food, choose species that align with your palate. The same goes for the plants. After all, there's no point growing something you won't enjoy eating. Selecting the right species is key to a balanced ecosystem. By thoughtfully choosing your fish and plants, you set the stage for a successful, productive, and harmonious aquaponic system. A successful aquaponic system requires regular maintenance, but don't worry, it's simpler than you think. To start with, monitoring water quality is paramount. The water is the lifeblood of your system, carrying nutrients from fish to plants and back again. You'll want to regularly check parameters such as pH, ammonia, nitrites, and nitrates to ensure the well-being of your fish and plants. Next, let's talk about feeding your fish. Of course, what goes into your fish directly affects what comes out, which in turn nourishes your plants. Feed your fish a high-quality diet, but be careful not to overfeed. Too much food can lead to excess waste and potential water quality issues. And then there are your plants. Pruning isn't just about aesthetics. By regularly trimming your plants, you encourage healthier growth and better yields. Remember, a bushy plant isn't always a productive plant. Pruning helps to ensure that all parts of your plant receive adequate light and air circulation. It's also important to keep an eye out for pest and disease. Early detection and intervention can save your entire system from a full-blown infestation or disease outbreak. Regularly inspect your plants for signs of trouble, such as discolored leaves or stunted growth. In conclusion, maintaining a thriving aquaponic system is a balancing act. It requires a keen eye and a gentle hand. But with these tips in mind, you'll be well on your way to a healthy and productive system. Regularly checking water quality, feeding your fish the right amount, and keeping an eye on your plants will keep your system thriving. Aquaponics is more than just gardening. It's a sustainable lifestyle. We've journeyed through the essentials of this innovative method, from understanding its core to setting up your first system and selecting the right fish and plants. We've also touched on how to maintain this symbiotic environment. A world where plants grow twice as fast and fish thrive is within your reach. All it takes is a dash of dedication. With a little effort, you can enjoy fresh fish and vegetables right from your backyard. Happy gardening!